just thought I'd give a little update on how things are going with the tomatoes and stuff out here. As you can see, they're getting pretty big. Most of the YouTubers that I see are like, oh, I already harvested my tomatoes and the plants are dead now and tomato season is over, but mine are like just now starting to get fruit. And I mean, I think that's okay because I still have until like probably mid-October before we get a frost or anything like that. And also, like, I can put plastic across the front of here to like keep them warm if I need to. I don't know if it was like an April Fool's prank or something, but a lot of the YouTubers were saying that you should wait until April 1st to start your tomatoes. And so I did that this year. And usually I do start earlier, but I don't get like a good harvest. And they said that it's just because it's like harder on the tomatoes to grow earlier in the season. So I don't know, we'll see. But I've got some peppers and stuff in here. It's like a really big one that I saw yesterday. A couple of things, if you can see in there. I think this is probably all gonna like blow up and I'm gonna get tons of stuff soon. So that's this, and then I'll take you guys in the back and show you what's going on back there. Alright, so as far as the backyard goes, oh hey kitty, how you doing? Good to see you. You don't gotta go. He let me pet him the other day, but I don't think he's like really familiar with me yet. You're okay back here. They like chilling back here. Okay, so the backyard's kind of like a huge disappointment, honestly, this year. I've got like some greens and the stuff that you guys have already seen. I need to come out here and trim this back before the aphids start getting it and harvest, what I have as far as the greens that are growing. My little asparagus thing fell over, so I gotta get back here and fix that. There's one. I snapped that one off and ate it the other day. It's pretty good, but I'm not supposed to harvest these until next year. I planted them last year, so the third year is when you can actually start harvesting. But this bed right here, I have planted hundreds of seeds in here. At first I planted like radishes and beets and kohlrabi and all the like root vegetables, and I got nothing. I planted carrots, nothing. And then I tried doing beans and peas, which usually do really, really well, nothing. And then so I was like, well, sunflowers grow pretty fast, so I'll plant a bunch of sunflowers. And I actually like sprouted them before I planted them out, and nothing. Like something is coming through here, and just I don't know if it's the ants or the slugs or some kind of beetle at night, but something is coming through and just eating everything as soon as it sprouts. So that's a nightmare. But I'm not too upset. It's just a hobby garden. I was hoping I would get a ton of food this year, because my ultimate goal is to be able to just like share it around with the neighbors and like just like be more like self-reliant, learn how to do this stuff. But really what gardening has done is made me appreciate people who grow food more, because it's not easy. You might get like a good cherry tomato or something like that one year, and you think like, oh, gardening will be easy, I'll do this, but it's not easy. So here's like a ground cherry in here. This is still kind of a mess. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to get back here and do this. I got a bunch of free tools off of Facebook Marketplace, And so the people that gave me the tools also gave me like 6 bags of clothing, like big trash bags of clothing. They're like, you can donate this stuff if you don't want it. But I went through it and it's actually like really good stuff. So I've been like washing all of that and organizing my closet to try and make space. But anyway, as you can see here, this tomato plant on this side looks like absolute shit. But all of the area where the cloth is protecting it from the sun looks good. Like the same plant looks like shit in all the areas where it's exposed to the sun, but it looks just fine on the rest of the plant. So that's how much of a difference it makes just having like a piece of cloth, a little piece of cloth to filter some of the light. And as you'll see on this other plant, the same thing is happening over here. This is another situation where I planted tons of seeds and nothing really came up. Everything that's out here that's growing, I started with the cracky method, and so I let them get a little bit bigger before I planted them out. But as you can see, like the bugs are still like going to town on all this stuff. I don't like to use like any kind of pesticides or anything like that. I tried using like a bug net, but they got in there anyways. And some of it's probably actually the seeds, because like up here, I've been ordering seeds on Amazon, and I have a feeling that like some of these seed companies are like boycotting you, or like not boycotting, but like sabotaging gardeners who order off of Amazon instead of from their websites. Because like in these up here, I planted like a couple different varieties of lettuce. I just like mixed them together, and then like put all the seeds together in these containers up here. Nothing, you know, like this can't all be the insects. I don't see any insects. Well, I mean, if you see here, like this one, something bit that off at the root, so there are insects getting in here, but it's also like just that the seeds aren't viable. They're not doing anything. So anyways, here's my other tomatoes and peppers, and it's the same situation over here where the areas that are exposed to the sun are just like totally dried out and destroyed, but on the same plant, the areas that aren't exposed to the sun are fine. So that's something to know if you're getting into gardening, that like they say that tomatoes are a full sun plant, but they really aren't. They like to have a little bit of shade. So over here I've got some I don't know if these are like zucchinis or cucumbers. Got some growing there. And then there's some like beans and cucumbers, I believe. And this one, these cucumbers are taking forever. Like they're supposed to be like, you can harvest them in like 50 days or something. It's like, these are just going slow. I started these at the beginning of the summer. I don't know what's going on with that. And so this bed is another situation where I just planted tons of seeds and nothing came up. I planted beans, I planted cucumbers, I planted zucchinis, even tried pumpkin, and I just only got these couple of little plants that took. So I'm probably gonna name and shame the seed company. It's like one of the major ones on Amazon. Because I mean, it's gotta be that there's something bad with the seeds. They're old, or they're putting something on them that makes it so that they don't germinate. Like, I don't know, but there's no way that like all of those seeds just didn't germinate. Like, I mean, they didn't, obviously, but it's like that's not right. So that's really frustrating. The flowers are awesome. I love having all those. All these flowers are edible, as I've said in a previous video. I love how tall these are. They're like all almost to the roof and still going. So that's really cool. I've got tons of sage, which I've been making sage tea with. And the sweet potatoes look like they're doing all right. And then just like some more greens and stuff in here. I had a couple of extra tomato plants that I stuck in here because I just like I started way too many tomatoes this year. So if I get a couple off of these, that'll be cool. I'm probably gonna like harvest a bunch of this stuff and try and start like more like a fall winter crop. Like, you know, try again with the root vegetables and stuff. This one's kind of funny because it just like spontaneously started out of the compost. I don't know if it's a zucchini or some kind of a squash or something. I'll find out. Blackberries. And then like everything in my greenhouse is dead right now. My family's had like multiple crises and I've been helping a friend who went blind and stuff like that. So I just like it got really stressful to like keep up with like starting seeds. So all of these like containers had plants in them that I ended up planting out, and I just need to like start a new batch. I'm kind of pissed off at myself because I like wasted tons of dill. Like I started the dill, but then I didn't eat it, and I should have just like harvested it and froze it. But dill is kind of something that you can grow like year round, so I'll start some more of that soon. Anyway, that's about what I've got going on. It's disappointing. I thought that I was gonna get like tons of food this year, and it's just like seeds and insects and I mean, if there's I saw like a possum back here that was like digging around through the garden bed on my camera that night. And you know, if this is the only place that they can get like healthy food in Tacoma, then so be it. You know, let them eat it. I don't care. You know, I can plant more seeds. I am not in a position where I have to like rely on this food to survive. So it is what it is. I gotta get out here and like clean up though. I've got all these vines growing over the fence, and this lettuce went a little bit crazy, but I'm gonna harvest the seeds from that. Yeah, I've just had so much other stuff going on that I haven't been able to spend as much time like working on this as I would like to. Earlier today I came out and there were like 20 baby birds on the fountain. It was so cute. They all took off though. I was like, hey, come back. You're so cute. But anyway, yeah, that's what I got going on right now. And I've still got a couple of basil plants inside. What a day is. I guess this video is kind of getting long for just like a quick what I got growing in my garden right now. I'm gonna make a video soon. I got a pasta maker, so I'm gonna make a video of how to use the pasta maker for my brother, because I got him one too, him and his girlfriend. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that, and maybe in a couple of weeks I'll finally have tomatoes at least. Yeah, so that's it. That's what we got going on at Urban Homestead to Compton.